Welcome back to Advanced English Language Academy. Today I'm asking you a question. Why to learn English? Okay, this is also a question. For example, if you are learning English, you know about the purpose of learning English. Why are you learning English? So I'm talking about the importance of English language. I remember one thing. There is a debate in the world that things should be taught in mother tongue. For example, if we are Pakistanis, so we should teach things in Pashto or Urdu, or if Indians should teach sciences and other subjects in Urdu, in Hindi, and other in their local languages. There is a debate. But I want to ask a question. Is it possible for the world to remove English from everywhere? Is it possible for the world to remove English from Google, from phone, from computer? Is it possible even if you buy a candy for yourself and you look at the wrapper of the candy, so English will have been written there as well. So English cannot be removed, okay? So for example, if you just want to talk about removing English from the world, or you say that replacing English with the mother tongue, it's not possible, because English has gone so deep in the world that it is now almost impossible to just teach something in the mother tongue. Mostly all the science discoveries, they are published in English. And in English, for example, someone does a research in Germany, so he shares his research in English. So English is the language of the globe. So just why do we go after something that is impossible, that we should just forget about English? Why should we just remove English from our language, from our education system? Why should we go for something that is impossible? Why not we do something possible, that is learning English? Learning English is possible, so why don't we learn English? And once we learn English, then we understand physics, we understand chemistry, we understand mathematics, we understand all the subjects. And one more question you ask yourself. For example, if you don't know English, you are not the man of the planet, because you just think about it. You want to search something on Google. On Google, that thing, it will be in English. You'll have to type English. The results may also come in English. Yes, you'll use your local language as well. But before going to your local language or to your mother tongue, you will have to understand English, because you'll have to go to Google setting and then you'll have to change the language. So you can never, you can't just think that English is not important. You will always have to follow. You can never ignore English. So why not we should learn English? Just, I have mentioned a few tips. International language. Now let's suppose you go to China, you go to America, you go to Turkey. For example, I go to Turkey. I don't understand Turkish language, and Turks don't understand my language. So which language will we be talking to each other? Of course, English. I go to China and I want to talk to someone. So the person I'm talking to doesn't understand Chinese, doesn't understand Urdu, and I don't understand Chinese. So which language will use? Of course, English. You see a stranger, you don't know which country he belongs to. He comes to your country. He's German, he's French, you don't know. Which language will you talk to him? Which language will you use? Of course, English. So why not to learn English? Nowadays you just think about the artificial intelligence, ChatGPT. So if your English is strong, you can solve all your problems. You just ask it any question, it will give you a detailed answer. So it makes you a very unique person. You understand what is happening in the world. But if you don't know English, you don't understand what is happening around the world. You just know what is happening in your country, in your city. You are not the man of the world. You are the man of a small corner. So English learning is so much important. Then I want to tell you one thing more, that for example, nowadays the world is a global village. Okay, it was in the past we didn't know what was happening in the West, But nowadays we know what is happening in the West. We know everything about any country. Just a country's information is a click far away from us, and we are there. So why do we just think about it? If we don't know English, so I don't understand the language of my planet, okay? And the language of the planet is English. Uh, you go for interviews, so English is important there also, because for example you go to UAE, to Gulf states or any other state, so you will be interviewed in English, because the person doesn't know your language and you don't know his language. So the language that will be used during interviews, so that will be English. I'll come up with another video about the importance of English. I think this video is getting a little longer, but there will be another video in which I will talk about the importance of English. Thanks a lot. Keep watching.